ball is into the goal square. Tottenham tries to bust his way through. He'll pick it up. He scores! Fabulous!
Dacos nearly runs out of room. He's bowled!
Tony Shaw. He's seen his brother play and lose grand finals. And now he is the champion. Let's go down onto the ground with Michael Roberts.
I can't believe this thing's finally finished. This has been 2 years in the making, from initial discussions with the club, and then probably a good 6 months of research, going backwards and forwards with historians, with board members, with the fans got involved in helping choose the great moments of the history of this great club.
They're there. They're into another grand final of the prize.
My job was to then research, find photographs, and put all these images that I could find or create and organise them into one image, one defining image of 120 years of a footy club. And it's been the hardest thing I've ever done.
McKenna marks. He plays on. Goes towards the goal. It's a long kick too, and it's right through.
A real joy to wander back through time and bring them all back to life. What I've tried to do is merge times and places and people and create not just a whole bunch of stuck-on figures that don't relate to each other. I've actually tried to create some contact between the players and the images. So, for example, I've done the timeline of captains. So it's all the captains of the club, 46 of them from 1892 in roughly chronological order. But they're actually sort of hanging out together. They're side by side. And I didn't want to have them just standing there wooden, so they're kind of looking at each other as if they're waiting for a formal portrait to be done. So that took a heap of work. Every single one of those heads is famous to the Collingwood faithful, so they have to be right. I knew that Eddie was going to come and sign off on this painting, and if anyone knows every single face in Collingwood history, it's him. So I felt the pressure of having the responsibility of creating something that does define the entire history of the club, not in a series of books, in one image. So that's been pretty daunting.
I tell you what, from idea to the sketches, I can't believe the vividness of the colours. I mean, I love the black and white, but the other colours around it.
That's all the captains that have ever played in chronological order.
So every single game that Collingwood has ever played is represented and is staring back at us through the eyes of these guys.
That's what it is, mate. Have a look at those. There's no duds in amongst that. They've just been the legends of the game. Great names, every single one of them. Wow.
We've ended the timeline of captains with the current captain, Scott Pendlebrand. He sort of symbolically is walking out of that line. So that represents, the past, present, and walking into the future. And history's already been done, but we're still creating our own history every day. And then he sort of symbolises that walk forward. Collingwood Forever, I guess. Every painting has to have a heart, a centre, one just for the eye to fix on, but more importantly, this centrepiece is supposed to represent the essence of the club. And there could have been a million different things. Could it have been a captain holding up a trophy, a premiership cup, or what was unanimously agreed upon was the heart and soul of this football club is the fans. The generational support that the club's had for 120 years. So through lean periods, 30, 40 years without much success, it's still been the greatest football club in the country. And that is because the die-hard fans never waver, they never leave, they don't disappear and come back when the times are good. So the centrepiece of the painting is fans from many different eras, from today, from the 50s, way back to the 20s and 30s when Collingwood encouraged the women to come along and dress up and celebrate not just the game but the city of Collingwood. So this really epitomises what the club is, the heart and soul of the club, the fans. I hope that people looking at the painting get a sense of that this is not just a club, it is actually a community, it's a family. I mean, they're cliches, but it is actually true. The Collingwood Footy Club helped in the Depression, they helped the community all the way through and still do today. So this to me encapsulates a whole story of a community, not just a club.